I have a little story that I feel like Spirit wants me to tell you. Stick around if you want to hear it. If not, I understand. It's okay. Go do you. So, the story is about a surfer. He loved surfing. He would always surf in places that weren't very popular. He was one of those kind of people. And one day, he goes surfing and he gets pulled in by the riptides. And he gets kind of pulled out far. It's not like a beach that many people go on. But as he gets pulled out, he notices that these surfers at the end of the beach are like, hey, dude, are you okay? Like, you might not be able to get back. And he's like, so stands in his faith. He knows that God will always protect him and save him. He really believes this. And there's nothing wrong with believing that. I believe that. And when I die, it's fine. But like this, anyways, so he was like, no, don't worry. God's going to bring this wave and I'm going to be able to get out of here quickly. And they're like, and he's like, and they're screaming. He's like, I do this all the time. And they were like kind of leaving. They're like, okay, they're the last people on the beach. And the sun was kind of coming down. And so he's out there and, the water gets really calm, or not calm, but like there's no way of going back towards. So like he keeps paddling towards, you know, the the shore, but he's like stuck in a riptide. But he doesn't want to tell anybody about it because he's like kind of like, I guess he's like being like stuck in his faith, which is great, just but in this scenario, he wasn't actually listening to God. Alright, so let's get it. So as he's doing this, a fisherman comes in, and the sun is setting, so it's like getting really, really late, right? Not late, but like the sun's still there, but the sun's setting, and he notices this guy seems to be struggling to get back to shore. Like he's not, and he's like, "Hey, dude, I can't take you back to shore. My boat will like, you know." He's like, he said, he's like, the dock's gonna close soon, so. Oh, and there was a storm coming in. He's like, I can't take you back to shore. He's like, but if you come on my boat right now, I can take you to this marina. That's not too far away, maybe a mile or two, and like we'll figure out how you get back. And the surfer was like, no, God will save me. It's okay. And he honestly was thinking, well, if I make this guy do this, and he's gonna get me back to my car, it'll be super inconvenient and super uncomfortable. And he's like, I don't want to be a burden, and I know God will save me. I know God will give me that perfect way that will get me out of this riptide, or like he's not in a riptide, but like he literally can't get back. Like, yeah, it's like enough where he can't get back. And he does see the storm, but he's not too, it's like kind of mild. He's not too concerned. But the fisherman's like, I'm not gonna, I gotta go, but you should get on the boat with me. And he was just like, it'll be too weird to get on this boat and then show up somewhere and then not get back in my car. Like he just felt it was uncomfortable. So he's like, no, God will save me. It's fine. And the guy's like, okay, well, I gotta go. He's like, this isn't too good. So after that, the storm was like pretty far away, but it was kind of rolling. But like he still couldn't get back. He was paddling the whole time. So like maybe 30 minutes later, a pontoon boat shows up with like these partying people, and they're all partying on the pontoon. And there was multiple boats connected to each other, and like they know the storm's coming, but they're also like kind of like partying. And they look at him, and they're like, "Hey, buddy, like you want to get on the boat? Like come on, like." Obviously, like, why aren't you back ashore? Like, it's getting dark and there's a storm coming. And, like, yeah, we're all drunk partying, but, like, we're heading back to the marina, so get on the boat with us. You seem like you're struggling. You can't get back. There's no waves coming back towards the shore. And he's got this riptide kind of, like, coming after him. So he's just have pontoon boat and this group of party people. And he is just like, oh, I don't party. This would be so awkward. Like, if I get on that boat, it's gonna be so weird. And like the sun's still like over the horizon, so it's not dark yet. But like they're the last boat on the boat because they're like drinking, so they're not paying attention to the storm that's coming in. And they're like the last. So like it was like his last chance to get on a boat to be saved. And he was like, he had this unwavering faith that God was going to save him, and that like he didn't need to be this person. Like the first two people, be their problem. The second people, he didn't want to get out of it to be just socially awkward, right? It would put him in some social awkward situation that he didn't want to be in because he's in tardy and they're all dry. Like he's just like, this would be so awkward. I can't do that. God will save me. God always saves me. So, anyways, they leave and the storm rolls in, and obviously he doesn't make it to the shore. And so, after that all happens, we're all sad. And he is in heaven because he's, obviously a God. He believes in God or whatever. Heaven has really exists. But he goes to God and looks at God, and he's like, "Hey, I thought you were to save me." And God's like, And then he's like, I had this undying faith that you're going to save me. I'm like, so much that I didn't take this and this opportunity because it would have been like awkward or whatever. And he's like, and I thought you were going to save me. Why am I not there anymore? And Spirit is like, I did try to save you 3 times. And you ignored it all. Because one, you didn't want to be inconvenienced, but one, you didn't want to worry the people on the shore. The second time, you didn't want to be in an inconveniencing, awkward situation. And the second time, you didn't want to be in an awkward situation. Like, they're kind of all the same concepts, but God did save him. Gave him 3 lifeboats to come and get him because they were uncomfortable for him. It didn't save him. So the moral of the story is that God will send you life rafts. Sometimes you have to get fucking uncomfortable for you to be saved. Just in general. You have to make other people help you when you were like, no. They're there for you. You have to be in social situations that you thought you never would be because you're just not like that. You have to put yourself out of uncomfortableness to be saved and to be taken care of in anything. No, your life is fine, nothing bad, but it's just a metaphor to this story. And I did hear the story, and it wasn't a surfer, it was about somebody else, but it's the same concept, and I put my own pillow in it, so it wasn't really my story, but yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. I actually spent a couple many times making this video, and it didn't post because whenever my videos don't post, it means I did it wrong, I didn't say it right, and I said things wrong, and so I think this one is going to. I think I said it right this time. I love you guys. And God loves you too. Just when he throws you a life jacket, walk through it, and God's got you. You don't have to worry. I know it might be uncomfortable for like a very short period of time, but eventually you'll be like, wow, I can't believe I didn't do this years ago.